I was like, the book's printed upside down, but someone put the dust jacket on upside down. Hello, it's Monday. I have to work all day today. All day being 8 hours. I'm obviously not gonna be able to read during that time. I'm gonna see if maybe one of my ScallywagAThon books are available on Scribd as an audiobook. Is available on Scribd as an audiobook, so that maybe I could listen to that while I work. Otherwise, my goal for today is to finish The Serpent's Secret tonight after I finish work, and then I also have to edit my vlog to go up tomorrow, which hopefully shouldn't take too long because I've already started compiling it, you know, being proactive. So I also started a new reading journal. It has an ugly sticker on the front that I can't get off, so I'm just gonna have to put another sticker over it. But I had an old one that I just don't like anymore because it's like thin, and this is honestly just to keep like reading notes and not booktube stuff. I have like I'm starting to tab my books again because I have not tabbed since university because this brain needed a break, okay? I was too tired. I have had to read for school for so long. I graduated over a year ago now, so I am kind of getting back to that point where I want to start reading analytically again, because for a bit I just wanted to check out, you know, like I was still reading analytically. I wasn't taking note of it, like I was just remembering in my head, and then there's also points where I'm talking about something to a friend in a book and then I actually can't remember what. So I'm starting to tab again, but it's not a super fancy system or anything. It's more, I've looked at some other people's systems and what they do. If you are interested, I would recommend watching Emily's video on it, which I also watched because I'm her friend and I support her, but also because I value her opinion about how tabbing as an English major is very different, at least to me, and I agree with what Emily says. When you don't have an analytical English background, it's a very different reading experience, I think, because I remember opinions that I had about books before I went to university, like when I was in high school, and now thinking back on it, I'm like, wow, that really didn't mean what I thought it meant. It's a very different perspective, I think, because your brain trains you to look for certain things, and I'm not saying that you can't be an analytical reader if you're not an English major. That's not true at all. You have a different analytical perspective, I think, about what you look for and what you find relevant to tab in books, I think. So we'll see how that goes. I can't tab on an ebook, so that's kind of hard. So that's also why I like tabbing the journal, so I can start writing. I used to do that anyway, like I used to write down thoughts and stuff, and then for a while I just kind of stopped because I was busy and tired. Tired is a really big reason why I don't do a lot of things, because I'm just tired. But anyway, and I'll let you know what my progress is on lunch. So hopefully I can get a good chunk of reading in there, and I'll check in with you guys later in the day. Howdy, don't mind my hair. I'm about to go for a run, so this is how I look when I run. It's Tuesday night. I have only read a little bit of The Serpent's Secret. I really wanted to finish it today, but I had to do some other stuff on my lunch, so I didn't get to read then. I haven't even had dinner, but I just have to go for a run. I'm just gonna go. I really want to finish The Serpent's Secret tonight, but I'm only at like 60%, and it's already 7. I really wanted to have it done by now, but it's just not working out that way. I'm gonna do my best to finish at least 3 of the books of the ScallywagAThon. I don't think I'm gonna get to all 4 just because of time. Like, I also have to work on the weekend at my other job, so it's a lot that I have, or it just feels that way. If I was productive, I would get up and read in the morning, but I have not woken up early enough to do that yet. But anyways, I'm gonna go for a run. Maybe I'll record my feet walking. If I do, enjoy. Here's my feet with socks and shoes on. This is not foot porn. Good afternoon. It's Wednesday. I am done work for the day. I have not read anything today because I had to pack some stuff on my lunch. I'm going to stay at my boyfriend's for a few days. And I'm going to get my hair cut in like 30 minutes, which will be the first time I'm getting all this cut since October, which will be weird. I'm gonna have to get like 5 inches off, and I have to get my undercut done. Jor did my undercut in like, I don't know, March or April. I need to get that done, and then I'm going to his house to stay for a few days, so there's that. The exciting thing is I've discovered that I Believe in a Thing Called Love by Maureen Gu, which is my second book on my TBR for ScallywagAThon, is on Scribd as an audiobook, so I'm gonna actually start listening to that while I drive to his, because it's about a 45-minute drive, so I will get a little bit of it done at least. And I'm taking the actual book with me in my lovely little book sleeve here. It's a different cover on Scribd, which I'm like, I kind of like this one better personally, but anyway, so I guess I'll update you when I go to leave. Hello. I have terrible lighting. I apologize, because I'm now, as you can see, not at my house. I'm at Jordan's in his lovely bedroom, which has terrible lighting, but it is now 10:22. I have to go to bed at like 11 because I'm sleepy. So I did read some of I Believe in a Thing Called Love. I listened to the audiobook on my way here, and it's so good. I was laughing out loud. It's so funny. I'm on chapter 4, which I like have marked in my book. I'm on page 37, so I didn't get super far in it, but it's so cute. I'm gonna try reading the physical, but the narrator for the audiobook was quite good, especially when doing her, what's her name again? Desi's dad's voice. Like, she adds such character to it, so I'm gonna just try to replicate it in my head, I guess. But if not, then I'll go back to listening to the audiobook just because it's so funny. It's also kind of funny to hear this woman do like voices for teenage boys, because it's like, hey, how are you doing? Which is like, teenage boys don't actually have voices that low. Also, something that I was thinking about while I was listening to this, because the teenage boys are described as like super hot and all this stuff, and I'm like, I remember thinking teenage boys were hot when I was a teenager. See, now I think men my age are attractive and older. The one guy that gets introduced, like, he has a jaw that could cut glass, and I'm like, do teenage boys ever actually have jaws that could cut glass? Like, is that actually a thing? Aren't they have they hit enough of puberty yet for that to happen? I don't know. So I just was thinking about that. I know like there are grown men who have jaws that could cut glass, as the saying goes, but otherwise I don't know if teenagers do. I don't know. I think it's just to add to it, but so far I'm really enjoying it, and I'm gonna go read some more now, and if anything revolutionary happens, I guess I'll update you before I go to sleep, because I'm gonna actually try to do that now, you know, not just say I will and then I don't. Also, look at my tabs. I'm just like, I'm gonna explain my tab system. There we go. They're little ghosties. Aren't they so cute? They're little ghosts. We love ghosts. I have red tabs for anything problematic or bad, and then I'm just using my little ghosty tabs just for fun. You can't see through them, but like, whatever, it's fine. When am I gonna reread this that soon? I don't know. I could just move the tabs. I obviously only have 3 right now, so I'm gonna go read. Also, it's like my new haircut. It's cute, right? You can't really see it in this light. You'll be able to see it better tomorrow. It's so short compared to what I had. I have to stand all the way back here because I don't know where my tripod is. I'm on lunch. I'm on page 196 of I Believe in a Thing Called Love, and it's really cute. I'm already worried because they're kind of already getting together, and there's still so much book left, and I'm scared for the terrible moment it all goes wrong, because of course it's going to. And then I'm curious to see what the ending is like. But it's really good. I think her dad, her appa, is my favorite character because he's so funny, and just their love for each other is so sweet, and it makes me emotional. There's some stuff, like some jokes and stuff that I'm like it's a little iffy, but this book is 3 years old, so and even back then, I know it's not that long ago, we're obviously becoming ever more conscious as authors write books, and like back then there's just stuff that didn't get talked about yet, which it should have been. But anyway, I'm hoping to finish this today and then finish The Serpent's Secret, because I still haven't finished that. I do have it with me. This is going well. I only have to work for a few more hours, and then we have to go run errands. I'm done work for the day, which is exciting. I am almost done. I believe in a thing called love. I'm on page 270, and I think the bad climactic moment has happened, and I'm worried for Desi. Not like worried, because I know it will work out for her. So I'm definitely gonna finish this today. Once we get home from errands, I'm gonna sit down and finish. I've been listening to the audiobook and literally just moving my bookmark along as I listen on my like breaks. I know I will at least finish one book for the ScallywagAThon. So there's that. Hello, we're back. You're not even gonna look at me? Jordan's sitting there. The used bookstore I went to, it was very cute. We had a really fun conversation with the owners. They were so nice. I'm definitely going back there. But I got 4 books. This one is called The Purple Swamp Hen and Other Stories. So it is a short story collection. I sort of read the synopsis of some of the stories. Some of them involve ancient Rome, which is enough for me to want to read it. And it's also really pretty. Can you focus? Thank you. Look at the cover. And the back cover is really pretty too. I'm covering the label of the bookstore because it has it on there. Big brain. I have a big brain. The second book that I got is The Amateurs by Liz Harmer. I've had my eye on this since it came out. I can't remember what it's about, but I know I want to read it. Oh yeah, in this eerily familiar world, a device called Port, an irresistible time-space travel product developed by the great minds at PINA. Is that why it's a pineapple?
Pork? From PETA?
Port! No, Port. The world's largest tech company has caused Earth's population to plummet. So it's kind of like a sci-fi fiction thing. I want to know why there's a pineapple on the front. That's mostly my concern. I'm assuming it has to do with the fact that the company is called PINA. It's kind of like pineapple, maybe? I don't know.
Pina colada.
I'm guessing at best. Just assuming at worst.
You want to tell the viewers what they really want to know?
What?
That you hate pineapples.
I do hate pineapples. What a great comment, Jordan. I don't like the taste and I don't like the texture, and it eats you as you eat it. Why would I eat it?
But you like the way they look from the outside.
Yeah. Pineapple. If any of you are Canadian, you will probably know what Les Ananas is from Tele Francais, which was this French show that we all had to watch as part of the curriculum growing up. And it's a talking pineapple. I don't know why I liked pineapples from the way they look, because this thing has scarred me. And its name is literally Les Ananas. Like, they just call it the pineapple. The third book that I got is, I'm assuming Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell is the title. I never really put that together. I just have seen a lot of people read this, and then it was at the bookstore, and then I read the back, and it sounds interesting, so I thought I would pick it up. This is a hefty book. It reminds me of those Norton anthologies that we used to have to read for school that are like Bible thin paper and like super heavy. It's like that. But this sounds very cool. It's like a historical fiction with like murder. It sounds like there's some necromancy and stuff, but I haven't really read a lot of historical fiction, and the ones that I'm interested in set in ancient Greece or Rome, or like much farther back than traditional European historical fiction, which is like the war or the Second World War. It's like the only time periods they know. Sorry. If you like historical fiction, no hate. I just personally have zero interest in reading about the 2 world wars, which I've already read a lot about. This seemed a bit more interesting because it's in the 19th century. The year is 1806. What a time to be alive in England that was. So this sounds good, and I will read it eventually. Oh my god. Oh, no, someone put the... I was like, the book's printed upside down, but someone put the dust jacket on upside down. I got The Throne of Fire, which is the second of the Kane Chronicles, which I have the first one already here. Wow. I have the first one here. I tried to read this years ago when it was first published, but the bitch that I was too invested in Percy Jackson that I couldn't get into it, and I didn't want to ruin my experience with this book for myself, so I just put it on pause, and it's been on pause ever since, and that's been like 8 years. It's fine, but I do want to read it because it's so good. Like, I already know it's good, so I saw the second one there and I figured I might as well get it because I don't even think they're doing these covers anymore. I'm pretty sure they have changed them. I'll probably have to specially order the third one of this cover, which will be a bitch, but anyway, I like my things to match. They look pretty together. It's great. Either way, now I have the second, and it will match my first, which is exciting. So that's what I got at my used bookstore. My used bookstore, the used bookstore. And I'm gonna finish I Believe in a Thing Called Love tonight. I couldn't remember the title. I'm so close to being done. I only have, I think, like 50 pages left, so I can breeze through that tonight. So we have to sort out clothes and do other stuff. So somewhere in there, I will finish it. And then also finish The Serpent's Secret. And then I will have finished 2 books for the ScallywagAthon, because I have had no scallywagging happening other than just reading them. But I have to finish at least 2. I can't fail the readathon totally, or else I will be very sad. Bye! Hello, it's Friday, and I'm done work, and I'm done doing some other things that had to be done. But I did finish, I Believe in a Thing Called Love last night. It was just too late for me to update. I was very tired, but this was good. It was fun. I did like the humor in it, and I think the characters were really well done. I didn't agree with everything that Desi did as part of her plan, and there were some other things that I didn't love about it by the end, which I'll talk more about probably in my August wrap-up. I still haven't decided what to give this book. I don't know if I should give it like 3.5 stars, because there, as I said, there were just some things that I didn't love in it. But I do think it was a really fun read, especially involving the K-dramas and everything, and her relationship with her dad is so sweet. He's definitely my favorite character with everything in it, and he was just so funny, and it was just really nice to see a genuine parent and child relationship in a teen book, because I feel like a lot of the times the parents are very absent, or they're missing, or they're dead, and it's just, it doesn't, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't read a lot of teen contemporary. I'm just starting to get more into it, so I'm sure there are books where it has really great parent-kid relationships as well, but this one just felt very genuine and well fleshed out, so that was awesome, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And her friends were really fun, and I did enjoy Luca, who is the love interest. He was also very interesting to learn about, and there was a lot of good growth for him as well, as not just her, which was also nice to see. There was side character growth. So overall, I definitely will look at other Maureen Gu books. I know she has 2 more as of right now, I believe. So I know The Way You Make Me Feel is already on my want to read list, and then she has another 3rd one that has come out. So I will definitely be checking those out. I still have to finish The Serpent's Secret. I now have 2 days, not including tonight, to finish 3 books, which is a little scary considering I haven't started 2 of them. And now I have to go edit my video that's supposed to go up today, and then we have to go for a run later. I have to read. So many things to do. It's a little time, but I will check in with you, update you, hopefully vlog some of me reading later. Hello friends, it is Sunday morning. I was very absent yesterday as I had to work for my second job, so I had to come home and then go to work. And then, as I say, I feel every day, I was very tired, as you could guess. Friday night, I definitely didn't go to bed when I should have. Jor and I stayed up watching this awesome docu-series on Netflix called High Score, and it's about the history of video games, and it looks at games and companies and different revolutions that made the gaming industry what it is today. So we have 2 episodes left. It's like a 6-episode docu-series. It's so interesting and it's so well done, and Jor and I are both huge Nintendo fans, so there's a whole episode basically just about Nintendo, which was so awesome to see. Obviously there would be, because they've made such a huge impact and they basically saved the gaming industry. So if you like video games, definitely go watch it. It's so good, and you could tell that the creators behind it and like the producers and everyone who's worked on it also is passionate about video games, just because of everything that's gone into it, and it's just so well done. Reading wise, I am 52% through The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones, and it's very good. It's definitely different than I expected, but in a good way. The writing is so interesting, and there's parts that are in second person, which you don't see very often, and can be very hard to do well, but he does it well. And I read pretty much all of this, all of that 52% yesterday. I started it in the morning while I was still at Jor's, and then I read a huge chunk of it. I actually read some on my break at work, and then I read a huge chunk of it when I got home last night after dinner and everything. So I am going to try to finish that and The Serpent's Secret today after I get home from work, but we have my Nana's birthday tomorrow, so I have to clean because she is coming here for dinner, because she's like in our bubble, don't worry. So I'll see how much I can get done. I know The Only Good Indians is an audiobook on Scribd, so maybe I will start listening to that as well while I do stuff later, so that I can get more of it done. And then I'll try to finish The Serpent's Secret. I'm definitely not going to be able to finish Empress of a Thousand Skies. It's just not happening. So I probably won't finish, no, not probably, I definitely won't finish all 4 prompts for the ScallywagAThon, because today is the last day. It's just, it's very difficult when you work every day of the week to finish something with, and I need a certain amount of sleep to function as a human being. Because before I would have just stayed up late and read every day, but I also wasn't working for 8 hours a day 5 days a week at that point. So it's adapting and knowing your limits, you know. But I will definitely read it by the end of this year. It's just figuring out when the fuck that's gonna be, because I have some plans for what I want to do with certain things. But anyway, I will update you on how far I get on The Only Good Indians, and then The Serpent's Secret shouldn't take me that long to finish because it's a middle grade, so it's really quick to read in the first place. And I'm still at like 65% through, I think, so I feel like I can finish that fairly quickly tonight. And I'm gonna read The Only Good Indians on my break again at work today and everything. And I don't have to work for like an hour and a half, but I have to do some other stuff. So I will update you about my whole ScallywagAThon experience, I guess, after work or at the end of the day. It is now Monday, as so it seems with ending every vlog. The ScallywagAThon ended yesterday, specifically at this past midnight. So it's over. I only managed to finish 1 book of my 4, which I'm not surprised, just because I worked literally every day this week, so there was a lot that was going on, and it's very hard, as you can imagine, to cram in 4 books in 7 days when you work a lot. So I did manage to at least get over 50% of the way through 2 of them. So I'm still about 65% of the way through The Serpent's Secret. For The Only Good Indians, I am at 90% as of now. So I'm going to finish it today and get that done at least. So it won't be part of the ScallywagAthon, but I will include today to let you know my thoughts on it and everything. So it's very good, and I'll try to finish The Serpent's Secret this week and include it in the next vlog. I will update you once I finish The Only Good Indians. It is now much later, as you could guess. It's like 10 o'clock. It's my Nana's birthday today, so we've been celebrating that very minimally. After I worked, we ordered like takeout, and it was very good. Had a nice evening with her. I did finish The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones, so I'm counting it as I finished 2 books for the ScallywagAthon, and almost finished 3 because I still have to finish The Serpent's Secret. For The Only Good Indians, it's definitely a 5 out of 5. It wasn't as scary as I expected, but it was scary in a different way, and there's definitely a lot of commentary in it that I just am not intelligent enough at this moment to summarize for you, but it was fantastic and I loved it. 5 out of 5. I'll talk about it more in my monthly wrap-up, but basically it was horrifying in multiple ways of both what happened and like the implications of other things within it. And there was moments where I was like, oh my god, like my mind was blown. But that is the end of my ScallywagAthon experience. I had a really fun time, even if I didn't finish all of my prompts. That's okay. But if you liked this video, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up and let me know any of your thoughts on it, and give me all the feedback. I want it. Feed it to me. It's what I desire. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Make it go from that red color to the weird grayed out that it appears on YouTube after you hit the subscribe button. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!